Hello, friends. Welcome to Clearday. I'm Desiree. Today we are reading Chicken Soup for the Soul, 101 feel-good stories because laughter is the best medicine. Today's title is called Stuck in the Ceiling. A well-balanced person is one who finds both sides of an issue laughable. Herbert Percott. The annoying intermittent chirps began at 4 a.m. I woke on the second shrill beep and saw the blinking red light of the smoke detector on the ceiling over my head. Half asleep, my husband and I shuffled out to the guest room to catch a few more hours of shut-eye. Over breakfast, my husband George announced that he was going to change the battery himself. I'm cheap. I'm not going to pay someone to do the job that I can do. It'll be easy peasy. Easy peasy my foot, George. That smoke detector is 18 feet above our bedroom floor. You'll break your neck if you fall. I got this, he said smugly. At 10 a.m., against my better judgment, I steadied a 12-foot ladder as George stood on the top rung. He threw his left leg over the ornate crown molding of the tray ceiling and crawled onto the narrow deck. Standing up, he stretched as far as possible to reach the still chirping smoke detector. This certainly was not a place I wanted my 75-year-old husband, but in no time at all, George had removed the dead battery and installed a new one. I sighed in relief. Now he could come down. Kneeling on the fuzzy bathroom rug, I tossed up to him. George attempted to get one leg over the bulk trim and reach his first step. He missed. I directed him to move left and then right, but nothing worked. After several attempts, George lay prone on the deck of the tray ceiling with one arm dramatically draped over the crown molding. I couldn't hide my concern. Now what? Go get the guys working on the neighbor's gutters and have them bring their extension ladder. George, they're being paid to clean out his gutters. I walked out of the room with a feeling of panic rising in my chest. At that point, I had no choice but to call our local fire department. I explained our emergency. As soon as I hung up the phone, our daughter Margie called to check on us. When I explained to her that her dad was stuck in the tray ceiling, she said, "I'll be right there." I returned to the bedroom to inform George that I'd called the fire department and was going outside to wait for them. "Really?" he said plaintively. Lifting his sweaty head from his forearm, "You really called the fire department?" "Yes, I did," I said on my way out of the room. "I'll be in the garage waiting for them to get here." 10 minutes later, Margie pulled into the driveway and hopped out of the car. She ran toward me. "Where's Dad?" "In the bedroom, right where I left him. Stuck in the tray ceiling. Why don't you go keep him company until the firefighters get here?" 5 minutes later, a white pickup truck turned into the driveway. I thought, oh good, a firefighter is here. The truck door opened and Margie's pastor jumped out. "Pastor Nate, what are you doing here?" "Margie called me. She said something about George being stuck somewhere." "Yes, he is. Follow me." We could use a prayer right now. I returned to watch for the firemen and was rewarded with the sight of a massive red fire rescue vehicle parking in front of my home. "I understand you have a situation," said one of the three firemen. "You could say that." I looked at their name tags, Brandon, Jonathan, and Marty. "My husband is stuck in the tray ceiling." They tried not to grin. "Follow me," I instructed. The bedroom was officially crowded with 6 pairs of eyes looking up at my red-faced husband, peering over the edge of the crown molding. Marty addressed George. "Hello, sir. Do you think if I guide your left foot to the top rung, that you can swing your other leg over to stand on the ladder?" "Yes, I can," George responded. "You guys really didn't need to come." We were in the neighborhood, Jonathan lied. Marty said, Sir, put your leg over the edge. I'm going to grab your ankle and guide your foot to the ladder. Are you okay with that? Yes, George confirmed. A shaky leg appeared over the top of the molding as George scooted closer to the edge. The rescue began. When both of his feet were firmly on the floor, George shook hands with each of the firemen. Jonathan turned to him and said, You don't need to change batteries anymore. George said, Why is that? We do it free of charge, said Brandon. George nodded. Free is good. Written by Nancy Panko. That is a cute story. Sometimes we have people in our lives that are determined. I hope you enjoyed today's Chicken Soup for the Soul. We'll see you next time.